Welcome back to class. So today we are talking about components. Alright, so most times design can be stressful if you don't make use of components. So components are reusable UI elements that can be used to create and manage consistent designs across projects. Alright, you want to have reusable elements that you are already using for your design. Alright, so let's say you have a design like this, and after your design, you have this red rectangle spread across almost all your artboards, almost all your frame. All right. And after the design, your project manager or even your client says, I don't want this color to be like this. All right. So imagine you as the designer going to change this color one by one. So imagine your the color has been changed to black, probably from the client or the project manager. So imagine coming to select each item like this. All right. Imagine to select each item like this and changing them one. Of course, it's going to be stressful, right? So we don't want that. So what do we do to get reusable elements that we can use easily without coming to change them manually from our artboards? That is where components come to play. All right, so let's say I have this one. I'm going to drag this one out like this. All right, so what do I need to do? Once I have anything, you can make a text, an object, anything at all to a component. All right, you can turn anything to components. Even your artboard, you can turn them to components. All right, so what you need to do is come over to your design panel. All right, come here, this icon by my top right, click on create components. All right, create component. Once you click on create component, how do you access that? You see that your frame changed already to purple, right? And even in your layer panel it has changed, right? So you can come and change, double tap on that place and change it. Let's say a rectangle. You can give it a name of your choice, any name at all. So how do you access it? Come to your assets panel. All right, come to assets panel, right? You click on local these libraries and settings. So click on this icon right here, then you select local assets. All right, select local assets. That way you can access the components you just created. So come here, as you can see right here, a rectangle. All right, so when I drag on it and paste on my artboard, all right, so I have a copy of it right there. So let me go ahead and delete these ones I made earlier on. All right, let me delete them. Cool. So let's say I want to paste. I'll copy this one and paste. Select this artboard and paste it. Right. So let's say I have it spread across my artboard right now, and I want to change. I want to change this color. Right. So what I need to do is come to that particular component I created. Right. Select that component. All right, and make the change I want to make. Let me change the color. Cool. Right. You see how it's the color changed across board, sorry. You see how it changed across board. So let me change the color again, any color of my choice. All right, so this is how components helps us to make our design seamless and fast. So let's say I even want to add radius to this. Let me add radius to this. Let me add border radius, corner radius. Let me do 30. You see how it's changed everywhere, right? Cool. So this is how components works. All right, so let me go ahead and make other examples of components. All right, cool. So let me make let me say I have let me select my tests. Let me say proceed to pay. So let my test increase the font so that it be visible. That's too big. Let me do 30. Cool. So let's say I have this one right here. Okay, proceed to pay. Then come to my files, all right, to access my layer. So I want to make this an auto layout. All right, so I want to tap on it and select shift A. All right, then I'll come to my fill right here and give it a color. Let me give it a color of my choice. Let me do red. Cool. Then I will come here and give it horizontal and vertical padding. All right, I'll give it horizontal and vertical padding. Left click, hold and slide. All right, left click on your keyboard, on your mouse or trackpad and slide. Then I want to give the corner radius. Let me do 10. Let me do 20. Cool. So I have this. So that it's an auto layout, and don't forget, when I make an auto layout, I'm going to turn the entire frame of that auto layout. All right. For this purpose, I'm going to leave it in hog content. All right, hog content. So I have an icon right here that I want to use. Let me change this icon color to white so it will be visible for us. I want to use. Alright, cool. So let's say I have this icon right here and I want to reduce it. I'll just tap on my constraints and constraints. Let me do 50. Cool. So when I drag on that particular icon, when I drag on it, select it and bring it to this auto layout I made. Right. Once it has highlighted, right, I'm going to leave it inside and watch how it's going to automatically paste inside. Cool. So as you can see, this spacing from this text to this icon is quite close. So how do I make this spacing? How do I give them a little bit of pixel? So I'll select this frame right here, come over to my design panel. I'm going to increase this horizontal between objects, right? Click on keep my mouse and drag it a little bit to the right like this. So I think I like the spacing I'm seeing right here. All right, then this one right here, I can align it probably to the bottom. Okay, I can align that to the bottom or to the top. That text. Okay, now it is aligned to the middle. So you leave it in the middle so that everything will be aligned to the middle like this. Now let's say I want to make another instance of this, right? I need another instance of this. Let's say the next page I want to remove this this text to P, or I want to remove this icon. Now what I need to do, since I have this one already made right here, okay, now I'll make my components, right? I have my design already, so I want to make my components. So I'll go back to my components and create component like this, right? Cool. Now let me go ahead and add more property to this component, right? I have my component selected, so I'll come over to my top right, see this add property right here. So I'll click on this plus icon. All right, so I'll click on Boolean. All right, I'll click on Boolean. All right, then I'll leave my value to true. I have true and false here. True. So I'll create. So I'll give it a name just for reference sake. Let's say I want to remove this icon. I want to remove this icon from the right. So let me say no icon to right. You can give any name of your choice just for reference sake, for you to know what you're doing. So when I click create property, all right, create property, as you can see right here, it is telling us that not used within component. So how do I assign it? All right, so I'll come over to, I'm going to click on it. All right, I'm going to click on that icon right there, right? So I'll come over to my appearance. Once I have my icon clicked, I'll come over to my appearance and assign it. So I'll click on this icon right here to apply the Boolean property I just made. All right, so I'll click on apply. Remember the name we gave to it, so it is no icon to right, right? So I'm going to click on that. Cool. So since I have it ready, watch what's going to happen when I go over to my assets panel, right? Assets panel, see right here. So when I drag over to my artboard, okay, let me increase this artboard because so that's quite big. So now how do I reduce this shape right here? So I'll go over to my components, right? I'll click on K on my keyboard. K is to rescale, is to scale it. So I'll just left click hold and drag like this. See, as I reduce it right there, it is reducing on my artboard. Okay, it's reducing on my artboard, guys. See that? See how cool that is, right? Cool. So now since I have this one, hold on, I have this one right here. Okay, hold on, I think there is a mistake somewhere. Okay, cool. Right, so I have this one right here, right? So watch what's gonna happen when I come to my layer, my design panel, right? You can see this toggle icon, right, to that Boolean property I created, right? So when I toggle it off, as you can see, it has removed the icon, right? Because I said no icon to right. All right. You can give it any name of your choice, but just for reference sake, as you can see. So let's say I don't want this icon to be there, right? Let's say I don't want this icon to be there. All I need to do is come here and toggle it on or off. All right. Instead of me to manually keep designing it and probably keep adjusting it. All right. So as you can see right there, toggle on and off. So that's how to make use of Boolean property for your component. Now let's say I want this icon to be shifted to the right. All right, I want it to be shifted to the right. So all I need to do is just hold it and left click. Sorry, yeah, left click, hold down my alternate and make another instance. All right, drag it to the right. Cool. Now let me create another boolean. So I'll click on this, my property, this is my frame right here. All right, I'll go over to my I'll go over to my property right here. Right, so I'll click on add, select another boolean, right, leave it in true. So right now we shifted the icon to the left, right? So I want to do no icon to left, any name of your choice, or you can even say left, right? So I want to do create property. Cool. So now let's go and assign this property. As you can see right here, create icon to left, it hasn't been assigned, right? So I'm going to come over to no icon to left. All right, the first one we did was no icon to right, right? So I'm going to come over to no icon to left. As you can see, it hasn't been assigned, so I'll click on this icon right here that we just made to left. All right, and I'll come to detach property. So I'm going to detach the property because it will automatically take the former Boolean property that you applied. So I'm going to come over here and detach it like so. All right, come to my appearance here, click on apply and select no icon to left. Cool. So we have that set already. So by the time I come to my instance on my artboard, see I have another toggle right here. So I can toggle off anyone I want. No icon to right and no icon to left. You get? So let's say I don't want icon to right and I don't want icon to left. So just toggle it off. Right? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And you can turn them on anytime you want to turn them on. See, right? So let's say I have this one proceed to pay right here. And I want it to be by the left hand side. So just toggle this one on right here. See how it's going to appear on my artboard here, right? See how it's appearing on my artboard here. Cool. So another one that can be pretty handy is so I want to add another boolean, but right now it's going to be test. So I'll select this property right here, right? This property right here, select it. I'll add another boolean like so, and this is going to be tests. Test, leave it in true, so create property. Cool. So now how do you access it? So you tap on that particular test, right? Tap on it, but right now it's going to be under typography, right? To assign it is going to be under typography. So I'm going to come over to typography and come to this bottom right here. See, create test property. So I'm going to tap on it like this. So I'm going to create property now. So cool, I have that set, right? So by the time I come over my um to my instance like this, right, I can easily let's say I want to adjust this text, so I can easily come here, all right, by my top right, and adjust. Let me just remove the proceed to. I'll just do proceed, just clear it, proceed, and tap enter. You see, right? Pretty cool right there. And I can turn off any icon I want, turn on any icon I want. So let's say I want to change this to pay now. Come there, select it and type pay now. Cool. Or let's say send money. All right, pretty cool. So this can be pretty handy. I can still come here and make that change. Just come here, select this text, or you can come to your file, locate it right here, select it. You can just change it right here, say pay now. Pay now. Cool. So you see, this comes with a whole lot of easy to use features. So trust me, you want to make use of components while you design. Okay. Now, another thing that we need to do is variants. All right. Now, variants helps during prototype. Okay, variants helps during prototype. So let's say I have this one right here. All right, and we want to make a hover effect. All right, a hover effect in our web page or our project. So I'll come here, right? Since I have my frame and components selected already, I'll come here, top right, and add variant. Okay, so I'm gonna click on add variant. All right, now hover effect is I think I made a video already on hover effect, so you can go back to watch it. So let me change this color right here. I'm gonna change this color right here. So yeah, let me do blue. Cool, let me do blue. So now when I come to prototype and prototype, select, drag my prototype wire, and click Y hovering. Let me do Y hovering. All right, instant. Cool. So what was gonna happen when I preview this one? So I'm gonna go over to preview and tap preview. All right. So when I hover now, see what's gonna happen. All right. So we could do this with the help of variants. We have the default here, and we have the hover state here. All right. Cool. All right. Nice. So let me quickly show you another way to perform components and variants. So let's say I have a shape right here. Okay, let me give it a color, red. Then I make this a component, create component, right? Then I can add variants here, right? Add variant here. Cool. Then I want to change the name, so I'll do, this is the variant I made, right? So this will be no, then this one will be yes. Come here, change the name, yes. All right, the second one no, this one yes, right? Then I want to come here and change the name to active. Cool. Then I'll change this color to, let's say, blue. Nice. All right, so I have it on my access panel here. So when I drag on it and paste on my artboard, as you can see right here, I have this toggle on right here. So when I toggle it on, let me zoom in so you see very well. When I toggle it on like this, on, off, you see, right? So I was able to do that with the help of variant and with a command line yes and no. All right, yes and no, or you can use true or false. All right, so this can be pretty handy when designing. Trust me, when you have a project you're working on and you want to easily make use of visible elements. All right, so this can be pretty handy, right? Pretty cool. So let's say you have, let me duplicate this one into another artboard. Sorry, into another artboard. So I can easily come here and toggle this one on. Cool. Toggle it on. Let's even say you want to change this color right here. You want to change this active, this on right here. So come here, right? Once I change the color, it's going to change over here inside this artboard. Let me do another color, right? See how it is changing inside. All right, see how it is changing inside. All right, so even when I want to change this one right here, I can come here and change the color like this. All right, see how pretty cool this can be. I can even give it border radius. Come here, give it border radius. Right, pretty cool. Can even come to this one and give it stroke. All right, I can give it stroke. Right, see, pretty cool. So we're able to do all of this with the help of components and variants.